Hello and welcome, Rocky Sports Talk Sheet fans. Sporting news today, we got the Final Four on the men and women's side locked in. We had a UCLA holds on at the end of the buzzer to continue their amazing Cinderella story from the last four in, to the Final Four. As the way people are proclaiming it, because it is true. They were one of the last four teams to make it into the field of 68. And now the 11th seed UCLA Bruins are headed to what I believe is like their 16th or 18th Final Four appearance, which is been a while for UCLA though, but looking good, man. Is that 11th seed right now, to be honest. They knock off the last Big Ten team standing, number one seed Michigan, 51-49. As Michigan missed a last second shot, went off the back of the rim. So the 11th seed Bruins now face top seed Gonzaga. That's what I thought it was. We got the other side, Houston and Baylor. Are we on collision course for top seeded Baylor against undefeated and top seed Gonzaga? I think we are. I think, yes, Houston. I mean, to me, they've been playing like a one seed, not a two seed since this whole tournament. But I think that Baylor is way too good for Houston, and I would not be surprised if that one was actually not as competitive as people think it might be. I do, however, believe UCLA and the Gonzaga will be competitive at least for a while. But in the second half, that's just where I think Gonzaga pulls away. Thing about halfway through the second half, we're going to realize that it's over. So I think that kind of in both games, I think we see double-digit wins. I'm going to go with Gonzaga over UCLA. I'll take that one like 75 to, I don't know, maybe 65-63 over UCLA. Houston falls to Baylor. I think in that one, 79 to 62. I think that one gets closer to route territory. As we get into the week, there's going to be more developments on the Deshaun Watson case from what I've gathered so far and what I'm seeing on the web. But there is more news on that. We got that Deshaun Watson, there's reports all over the web, CBS, attorney, the plaintiff's attorney, everywhere, just everywhere, literally. CNN, that are reporting that his Instagram, been basically, it sounds like mass deleting messages to these masseuses and maybe to even other women. Not entirely for sure, because like don't know his Instagram, so don't follow him. But and the one that really strikes me as making this harder and harder for Deshaun Watson is now one of the females this week, one of the women filed against Deshaun Watson, Because now, like I said, it's up to 19 women right now that have filed their lawsuits against Deshaun Watson. Um, Now we're probably gonna have a teammate or another NFL player involved in this case. Not as a not he's not being accused of anything whatsoever, anything malice or anything like Deshaun Watson. But what one of the plaintiffs said is they explained after what happened with Deshaun Watson, what had happened to another NFL player, and that NFL player said that there's a fine line between massages basically and sexual assault, and that player basically straightforward told her that that's not how you act, and that kind of leans towards sexual assault. So I don't know if we're going to be finding out who this other player is that was involved in this. I am highly curious about that, because if that player comes forward and even confirms that this happened around the time of the attack and not even the last month, 2 months, 3 months, and that this conversation did take place, A, why didn't that player report it? And B, that's almost a nail in the coffin for Deshaun Watson if it's confirmed. Because then that basically says that something happened last year or 2020, or sometime in 2020 or 2021. So it's just, this is getting dark. This is getting out of hand. And this is just looking worse and worse and worse. And there's a lot of people. Look, I have people that I play games with and talk with and interact with that don't agree with the opinions that I'm putting out there. But I'm just gonna say it how it is. I speak my mind. I try to keep it blunt and 100 here, and I'm gonna stick by my gut. And my gut is telling me 19 women. It is almost impossible to disprove 19 women of the same kind of crime. And it just seems weird that this basically all started, shortly after he got his massive contract last year. So, look, y'all may not like some of my comments or some of my takes. That's okay. I don't like what a lot of people do. That's fine. We're human. It's in human nature to disagree. And like I said, that's fine, and honestly, it's healthy. Because I want you all to be blunt and speak your mind just as much as me. But I strongly believe that what I've gathered since this all started for several weeks now, I straight up see a pattern of behavior here, and it seems like he's doing the same thing to all these women. Now, all these women, none of these women know each other. So I'm going to sit here let's just go with this is a normal human being. He's not famous. He's not an athlete. Because Jesus Christ, there's so many people out there that have to defend their athletes and just defend some stupid crap. But let's just say he's not an athlete. Let's pretend he's not a millionaire. But whenever you get people that file and submit their statements, and each attack basically almost word for word matches up across the board, hello, that speaks volume, enormous volume. Because just like I said, just like a serial killers from the past and stuff like that, There's always that, like, law enforcement, they always notice that one thing that that killer does. And it's basically like their calling card. And you just know that this killer, that's who this is, without a shadow of a doubt. It's the same thing almost with Deshaun Watson. He's doing the same thing. He's not killing anybody. No, he's not a murderer. But everything that he's doing and making them do and how he's making them do it, all of these women are saying in their statements. They're not giving their statements together. They're all doing it separately. These other women ain't seen talk to one another. It's all those serial killers were proven by that. I just think that it's going to be hard for the same thing not to happen to Deshaun Watson. It's highly unfortunate, but that's like I said. This is my opinion. Please don't take this wrong, people. My opinion. Now, one second. I'm plugging in the plugging in the laptop here is actually dying right in front of me. We have now. There's been some people that have like got a hold of me whenever all this stuff started, and actually sent me some crazy takes. I just want to reiterate. I'm trying not to talk about this because I said this is not what I was going to talk about on this show. But I do want to tell people, and I'm just going to quickly just put that out there and say it. It has nothing to do with his skin color, people. And the people that are coming out against me and making comments with that, shut up. Shut the hell up. It ain't got nothing to do with the color of anybody's skin. Like I said, I 1,000% believe in equality across the board with everybody, and just the inappropriateness of it. If somebody's may have committed a crime, then they've committed a crime. Doesn't matter what their freaking skin color is. So please come on here. Please don't come on here and go that route with topics, because I don't want to hear it. A lot of people around the world are tired of hearing and talking about it. Don't bring that on this show. Don't do it. Because that's not right. I mean, you're basically attacking me for what if it comes out wrong, and you're just basically making excuses for somebody that potentially has 19 victims, 19 females that traumatically went through something insanely not right. You wouldn't feel bad, would you? Probably not. And that's what's messed up about this. People keep, attacking my opinions or whatever. People forgetting that there's potentially 19 innocent women just doing their job that got raped. But no, you're too uncomfortable to talk about that part, but you're comfortable enough to attack my opinion. Shut up. Shut up. It's a serious crime that we're talking about here that could have maybe happened. And like I said, to me, it's coming across so far. The evidence is matching up, not at all in the favor of Deshaun Watson, people. Let's just make that perfect. I'm making this perfect clear. It is matching up perfectly to devastate Deshaun Watson. His character, his NFL career, his legacy, everything. Just everything. And yes, if he is innocent, by golly, dude, you should get something from the victims then. They should have to pay you, I believe. If these ain't victims, then turn around and sue the hell out of them, dude. More power to you. But also, understand, people, that if people are out here being wrong like that, just because you have millions of dollars doesn't mean that you can do whatever the hell you want to whoever the hell you think you can. Like I said, here's facts. He got $100+ million contract last year. That's a fact. He signed it. He got a big wad of it up front. 100% guaranteed. He made money before he signed that contract with the NFL, so he already had money. Every NFL team has their massage therapist. They have their like whenever players get injured and stuff, they have their physical fitness staff. They have people, does surgeries for the players, all kinds of stuff. Your teams have that for you at your disposal for free. Let me repeat. FREE in all caps, people. Now, that's fine if you want to go outside of your team. Nothing wrong with that. But it looks bad whenever we've known for decades. We know with the Michael Jackson stuff way back in the day. There's been some cases that have been disproven with people trying to put claims on athletes because they got money. Yes, understandably. I understand that people are on the fence with that. It is understandable. But also, whenever you put yourself in there, you're Instagramming people that you don't know to come do business for you. You're looking on Craigslist, stuff like that. You're using social media to do what could be done by your staff there. That kind of does look a little bad. It can be looked as bad. Some people, that's okay, and I understand. But also, whenever a lot of these people have saved, keyword, listen here, people, because the attorney is not giving these to the prosecutor until basically they go to court. He has, from what I've gathered so far, a ton of messages saved between these women and Deshaun Watson. And basically, it sounds like here lately, there's even reports that he's been getting a hold of other masseuses that he's worked with to try to settle outside of court. Now, these are just reports. Don't know if they're accurate, but if it is, yet more damaging news. Make yourself even look worse. Because then people that ain't in the lawsuit, you're trying to pay them off before they can even get into the lawsuit. And honestly, that can get you in trouble too. So if that is happening, Deshaun, I would watch out, because you're treading a line here where you can be in contempt and also messing with evidence and interfering in the case. So you want to be careful on that. I'm saying there's other charges they can throw at you and throw felonies at you. So you got to be careful. But everything that I've seen just does not look good at all for him. If you all, for some reason, look up all this, all over all these outlets, all over the internet, all over everything. I'm not just looking at ESPN and assuming and then I'm looking everywhere, from actual news channels, CNN, news networks. All this stuff a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about is matching up across the board with everybody. It's everywhere. And a lot of the stuff that he seems to be doing doesn't even say, it screams, I'm guilty. What do I got to do to cover up? Not what you want to do and not how you want to come across there, Deshaun Watson. Like I said, I am very interesting to know what NFL player one of the plaintiffs uh, uh, talked to after her attack with supposed reported attack after Deshaun Watson. When was it? I want more info on that. And honestly, that whenever that came out, that's come out in the last 48 hours, 72 hours. If I was the NFL, I would be getting a hold of that victim, potential victim, and I would be asking what team. Was it a different team? Try to find out who it is, and I'd have to talk with that player. And I would put him under oath before I ask that question. Because, like I said, if he did it, he needs to be punished. I don't care, all you sports lovers, all you Deshaun Watson lovers. If he did this, he has to and he should be held responsible and he should get jail time. Not just kicked out of the NFL and not just have to pay money. He should go to jail or prison for this. Just, I don't care what you think about it. If he did it, he should get arrested. You can't rape women just because you're rich and you're an athlete and get away with it and just pay money. That is stupid. It's not right. Y'all act like this doesn't happen. Hello, look, what's been going on with in Hollywood, people? Y'all ain't paying attention. Do y'all remember certain somebody that supposedly hung himself in a jail cell for sleeping with underage girls as a billionaire? Do y'all really want to go back to that? So if it happens in Hollywood, why the hell could it not happen with the NFL quarterback? Just saying. It's not about them being an athlete. He may not be right mentally. Everybody's got different thoughts. Everybody's got different things or ticks about him. His could be different. Just because they're an athlete doesn't mean they're not a sociopath, that they can't be a rapist and all this other stuff. You're ignorant if you think that. And I'm just being blunt here, people, because they can. And there's been so many athletes that have gone to prison for doing just that thing. Now, like I said, I just have an awful feeling that when this stuff comes out in court, there's going to be way too much against Deshaun Watson that his career, I think, is going to be, he's at least going to get suspended or if not over, because look, there's all these theorists out there, conspiracy theorists. People are saying that because he asked for a trade, the Texans put these women up to it. Hello, all you people who probably don't know how sports work. The last thing the Houston Texans want to do, because they probably do realize that they're going to have to trade him, and they did. They started realizing it as this stuff came out and before this stuff came out. That they were probably going to have to trade him. The last thing you want to do is make that player look bad in any way. You want to receive back max value in the trade. Are you all thinking logically? So you're going to set him up whenever he could easily would get 3 first-round draft picks. 3. That's just on the draft picks, not including players. He would at least, if they traded him, that the Texans would at least get 3 first-round draft picks. You want to go from that and getting players and probably more draft picks on top of just those 3 from, what, a 7th rounder? Or basically nothing, or releasing them? Are you all stupid? Hell no, a team ain't going to do that to themselves. In no way, shape, or form do I believe the Texans are involved in this whatsoever. No way. That is, honestly, in my opinion, that's just straight up stupid thinking. That would be dumb business by a billionaire. Just plain stupid. No team's ever done that. It's stupid. Let's stop giving excuses for the weird. Because even since then, he's actually come out and admitted that he has paid one of them. And that he said it was consensual, but admitted there was money. So he already admitted that he basically paid for it. A masseuse for sex already. It's already came out. Came out from his own attorney. His own people. So I'm just saying he's done so much since where I think he's coming to realize that he ain't got nowhere to go. And like I said, in my opinion, I believe he's done this. He may not done them all, but I believe he's attacked some of these women. It's just too obvious, and it's too obvious. It's easy to see it. How he's responding, how he's replying, how he'll go quiet for weeks at a time about it and do nothing. That sounds like somebody that's got something to hide. Now, if that was against you or me or other people that didn't do this, we'd be adamantly probably filing back at him and attacking back at him. Be like, hell no. But he's really not. He's not filed against them. Because if somebody pulled that, I'll be filing a lawsuit against them. Everything about this screams, whoa. It screams, whoa. Hang on. It looks bad that you're going and deleting messages. Let's get that out of the way. That's straight up. There's no excuse. Can't nobody say, oh, that doesn't look bad anyway. Yes, it does. 1,000%. Since these allegations came out, started deleting massive parts of his history on social media and everything else. Messages probably with these clients. He went quiet and basically just said, I didn't do it. And then goes quiet. Doesn't attack him of the credibility. Hasn't really. He said, well, one of them, we can at least prove that they're just trying to get him for money. But then you also said it was consensual sex. So what? Why are you, my point is, Deshaun Watson, if you're going to go outside, and this is where I need people to really follow me and really think about it. Use your brains, please. All I'm asking. You can use your own facilities, people, for free. You choose not to. Okay, let's get that out of the way. He chooses not to. He chooses outside sources off of Instagram, Craigslist, and stuff like that. You bring them. Some of them apparently have been brought to the facility to do this. And their job is to only massage you. And you admit that you're sleeping with massage therapists. You're sleeping with masseuses. Or that you slept with one of them. That's all you've came out and said that you can prove, and then you got quiet again. So here we go with him being quiet. So you're having them do more than their job. And then people want to act shocked whenever all these masseuses saying that there's sexual misconduct. What? Okay. Yeah. Head scratcher. They're not there to have sex with, Deshaun Watson. They're there to do their job and go home. What in the hell are you doing? My point is, you're putting yourself, you, Deshaun Watson, I'm pointing right at you if you see this video. You're putting yourself in this bad position by having sex with these massage therapists during sessions. as an athlete and as a famous person and as a rich person, you probably think that you would take extra caution and be extremely careful, because there are gold diggers and people out there trying to find ways to get money. You would be more careful. You wasn't. That's on you. Because it's your actions that caused it. I mean, I don't understand how you can't just go out and meet somebody and go on and have a normal relationship. I don't understand it. You should have no problem, Deshaun Watson. None. I mean, Jesus, I'm married and stuff, and I do married things. And I'm nowhere near, I struggle for money. I'm pretty much poor middle class, lower middle, not even middle class. And you don't see me pulling the stuff that you're apparently doing. You don't see me go to I've had massages. I obviously didn't go there to have sex. You don't go there for sex. You go there to work on your body, which is in pain. Duh. You put yourself in the position that you're currently in. I don't feel bad for you for for essentially sleeping with one of your therapists of these 19, because that's the only one that you've commented against, really. Dude, you don't go there for sex. There's things called laws. Our laws aren't different to you. You have to follow the same laws that the police and your state and everything put out there. Stop thinking that you all can make up your own rules because you have money. You can't. You should have to abide by the same laws as every normal human being on this planet. Or at least in the United States. If not, then you should face the consequences. Face the music. If you're going to try to use and abuse with your money and your fame, then take the consequences like a man. Take it like a man. That's all I got to say about that. It doesn't look good. I'm going to continue on this. Again, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell on the channel, everybody. I appreciate all the people that have followed. Like I said, you're welcome to comment. Please stop sending links though, because I'm getting like links to inappropriate sites on my videos. That is not what this is for. This is strictly for sports talk, sports radio, and stuff like that. And this is to talk and debate sports, not sending me places to sites for you know what. I'm blocking you and I'm reporting you. So if the people are watching this that are doing this, I'm going to continue to report you and continue to block you. I'm happily married. Stop trying to put your businesses on. I think you're doing it to all these YouTube channels. I understand you're trying to spread your business, but I'm not a part of that kind of business. So send it. If you're gonna send it to somebody else. Stop sending it on mine. I don't appreciate it. Stop doing it. Again, thank you all for watching and tuning in to the Rocky Sports Talk Sheet. Tell your friends about it. We're gonna continue this. I'm getting ready to make another video here in a little bit. I'll see y'all here soon. Like I said, we are not done with this Deshaun Watson stuff. There's going to be more, and I'm going to get in more detail about it. So thank you. Keep watching. Look forward to another video probably within the hours. Thank you all. Peace out, man.